Hello everyone, my name is Mike Hamilton from Trade Easy Way, and I'm just going to do a quick market review. Interesting day today. So dollar index midway in this channel. So US jobs on Friday, monthly jobs data on Friday, and so if we break either side of this range, that will give us direction. The most likely scenario is that we'll start to, I think we're going to start to get back up to these highs. New Fed chair coming on the 15th of May, and he is talking about getting, being hard-nosed about deficits and inflation. So if that's the case, that could see this dollar pick up, and who knows, if we break this parity, then that could see that retrace some of these losses from early last year. All right, so let's just go through the market. So markets have had a push higher. So we had this big hike up on the 30th, moved sideways into that range, and here we are just poking our heads above the top of that range, with the prospect of going back to 50 and 50,500 and possibly more. We're going to see 52 if we get continued momentum up here. You can see this trend line resistance I got here. So if for any reason we don't get over this hump, then expect this to start retracing into these levels down here at 45. So we're bullish, holding up above the averages, trending higher. Volume is doing all right. You can see I've got a 50-day average on this volume down here, and we are just touching it. So markets are doing okay for now. FTSE, similar story, came back to support yesterday and is pushing higher. And so moving on, let's just get into a look at gold, because gold's popped a bit today as well. So you can see all the support down here at gold. The main support was down there at about 444.40, but we've hit 4,500, and here we are just under 4,700. That's the 200-day average that we're knocking our heads on. So it's a bold push higher. Any pullbacks to 45 are to be bought to see if we can go and find 5,000. Okay, so markets are good. Let's have a look at, we'll start off with wheat. So wheat had a nice push into $6.70 and has pulled back to this support here at 6.10. As long as we hold here and we could come and reconnect with a 50-day average at $6, I would still anticipate this winding higher. But it's possible, just possible, with that sell signal up there on the 29th that we are done, and we may start to unwind some of that. But overall, still expecting 7+ in the coming weeks and months. Right, now two sectors that are hit, and another sector that looks to me like it's ripe for upturn. Let's start to look at banks. So Lloyd's dipped right into 93. We finished here just under the pound. On decent volumes, I think 95, 96 is buyable. But we've got to get above that £1 for this to go anywhere, and at least get back up to those highs if that's going to be the case. So if you want to buy 95, stop under 90 and see if we can get into 120 plus. If I pull back, you can see there's just a nice bull flag. Legal & General. The Legal & General sitting on a lot of support. volumes are picking up. So that looks as if that's got the potential to get back to 280 plus. Look at this one. Saga has been on a massive run. Ever since June last year, the old chair who had retired just came out of retirement and took over, and Mr. Dehaan is pushing this price ever higher. Right, HSBA, let's look at Barclays. Same sort of patterns here. Barclays looks a buy at 4.30 to see if we can get back above to £5 plus. Now let's look at Shaw. Where are we? Shawbrook. I just entered this today at 3.18, closed just above 3.20. Look at the volume. So I would obviously prefer a higher close, but we are with that volume pushing higher and a higher close off of this breakout on the reversal on the 30th of March. I think we're set for £4 with a possibility, if we do get up there, back up to the April 21st levels, then we could go to £5 plus. All right, on Shawbrook Bank. Gave you some write-ups on that. What else have we got? Right, let's finish with banks. Another sector which is beaten up. I've lost it. Hang on. Where is it? Oh. Housing. I'm looking for property and I've got it listed under housing. Taylor Woodrow. Reversal on volume. So that's a buy at 80, finished at 82, and with the potential to, so I see we broke down here on the 3rd of March, but that's significant volume over the last couple of days. Not a sector I like, but nonetheless the technicals are good. That is coming off of September 25 support. That's Persimmon. That's, is it Galliards? GFRD. I think it's Galliards. I haven't got a name here. Barrett Developments. Similar story. So let's reset that. So I'll just do a quick analysis of this one and then we'll move on to the next sector. Right, that can close above 280 anytime soon. I would expect that to push up into 347. Notice we're not even anywhere near the 50-day average. So if this is really stays bearish and we hit 285 and close lower, expect to see 197. However, a push higher into £3 plus looks likely. Right, let's go into the next sector. Right, let's look at a sector that I think is ripe for a reversal. It is the healthcare sector. Because if we look at, let's pick some UK stocks first. This is Glaxo sitting right on the 200-day average. So this is quite beaten up. So we're at a lower high here in April 13 or around mid-April. And here we are holding the 200-day average. Volume's beginning to pick up. It's not brilliant. That is not a significant close. So the jury's out, but 200-day average is often a very good place to buy. If we just look at this. So I've pegged this back to, look, these ratios back to the 21st of Jan. And so if you want some confirmation, I would wait until that gets above 1900. If that gets above 1900 on volume, then expect that to go to 2280 and possibly up to 2425. But I'm liking this sector here. Let's look at some. This is Novo Nordisk. I would love to see that pull back further, around about the 40, 42 mark. It's 45. It may not do it, but I'm going to be patient on this one. If it came down and did a real test of the support here, you could even see 38, but I don't think it's going to come down that far. I think it's most likely to come down to 40, 41, and if that comes down and holds, I think we're finding out. I think this could wind up potentially into 50, 60 plus, because if we subsequently come out of this funnel pattern, so look, we've just hit or nearly hit the underside of that funnel. Were we to break up and pull back into there, I think we would see 75 and possibly into the 100 mark again on Novo Nordisk. Bristol Myers, nope, that's Eli Lilly has already picked up. That's a buy at 91. United, I think it's United Health. Too far gone. I would want to see a retest of 31 on that. This got very bouncy because Warren Buffett announced. So way back here in summer last year, Buffett announced he was investing, and so all the dips have been subsequently picked up. But I think this is too far now, and 30, 31, 36 up there. I don't like buying high, so that's why I would wait for a pullback. So there's a few suggestions there. Now let's just go through what I mean, and then we'll look at your stocks. So this was your suggestion, and that is doing really well. So we bounced off of this September 25 area. Last time we did that, we went from 140 to 240, and so this is a significant close. If we can now get above 165, then I can see that going to at least £2 on Camel, CAML, Central Asian Miner. Is that right? I should know that. Right. Diageo. This is the biggest positive move in Diageo for a very long time. So volumes coming in, nice higher close. I bought this at 14.50. We're currently just above 15.50. Still plenty of time to buy a pullback. If that sees 15 again and holds, then I think we're going to go up to 18. And if we can really get a significant reversal on this, it's going to be a lot of resistance of 17, but 18 looks likely, and then 20 plus if this really cracks on. So it's been on a hell of a downturn. The main reversal, the news on this was a new plant in the US to give them better access to the US market. So that's Diageo. Look at Camel. This BMNR I took off at 24. Started buying this at 19.5, took it off at 24. It's just touched 24 again, doesn't it? Nearly. It looks all right, but it's not. I don't like the way it keeps flapping around a tight range. Because if you end up with a box play, we could so easily go back to the bottom of the box on this one. Right, let's start looking at your stocks. Just anything else I want to look at? Right, let's look at. I was going to find it. CLX. Bear with me at the moment. It's CalX. Yeah, this is. I hate buying high, and this is just flying. Are you actually in this? Because this is an incredible stock. It's got a higher low here at 43. You missed the boat, right? Oh, well, you and me alone. Two. Nice breakout pattern here. Last Friday, was it Friday? Yeah. Wow. Right. Well, if you want to buy into this, it's now very extended. That's quite a run. Decent volume. I mean, if it were me, I'd wait to drop to at least 60, 65, which is where you last saw it. Because I don't chase markets, so this is 79.80 is a major resistance point. So I'm just going to have to keep watching that. Now record, however, in contrast to that. Yeah, I like this one. This is a currency management firm, isn't it? I see that's just hit resistance as well. So I would love to see 50, 55 on this one. What's your view on it? So I would like to. That's the breakout area down there at 50, 52, which is I'm looking for again. Yeah, I'd want to see. That's easy. Going to see 55 again, surely. It may well come into that 50, 53 area. And the other one is ING. Magenta. Yeah, so okay. I've forgotten what these guys do. I should know that. I've looked it up already and I've forgotten. Found it. Software. Publishing software. I think that it's quite a low volume stock. I mean, I guess you could buy around about this 99p pound mark, but you're going to have to get a stop under 90. Bear in mind, we've had a lot of selling up there. It's a lower high. So we've had a lower high and sitting on this 99. Yeah, it's not for me. I think publishing software, I would have thought is just too vulnerable for me. The volume is under the 50-day average. So I think it's likely to come down to, we've got a gap down there at 89. So we formed a gap on the 31st of March down there. So I would either wait for that to close above £1 and then potentially buy in back at £1, or you never know, on given its lower volume and a lower high, that might well want to come back and close that gap. Sold raspberry. Now raspberry is something I've lost track of. Wow. So we had a nice price down there at 294. Wow, you doubled your money if you were looking at that one. Did you get in quite low? What price did you get in on that one? £3.92. Well done. You've done well. £3.92. Yeah. See, it's gone up on lower volume, so I would have got out as well. In fact, I'm given the low levels of volume, I'm surprised. I suppose in terms of their stock, it's a reasonable volume, but yeah, it's coming to a lot of supply up there. Looks overdone. Brilliant. You sold at 7.1. So you've been in it for a year, right? Oh, right. Ah, okay. So you bought around about this area over here. 392. Okay. So wow, so you sat through a lot of. So you took some heat down there when it hit 255, 23rd of May. Let's draw a line on that. Right. You are a very patient trader. So we saw that top out, and we saw that break support, and then we just toppled down until we finally broke out on the 13th of Feb. So you saw it go to 545 all the way back down. Wow, very volatile stock, but good on you, well done. Yeah, that's a lot. You took a lot of heat. Yeah, I can see what you were doing because it gapped up on the 20th December 24. So it looked like it was holding support from the gap up area. Okay. Yeah. Right. That's me done, I think. Where are we? So we've got things like Softcat that have pushed up. This one taken long. No, it's not for me. I have been in that, but only for a short period. This money supermarket hit the 200-day average. I think keep your eye out for 160, 163 on this. I don't think that is going to hold here and pop back. I think that needs a deeper pullback. Anything else? Anything else? Don't want to repeat, so I don't like. Right. Thanks for your company. And TEP, Telecom Plus. Right. We looked at it last week, didn't we? Yow. Hit that buffer zone at 1440. Are you in this one? Or is this on just on the watch list? Wow. Possible extension reversal. So if we hold this 10, we were at 2044. Wow. So it looks like it's completed a corrective pattern. Let me get the pen. Since they changed this around, drives me nuts. I don't get on with this zoom. You got 1060. Well, okay. Well, so you're slightly underwater. Okay. So we've basically done sort of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave correction. So you might get a sort of a bit of a 1, 2, 3 here, but if we hold and start closing above 12, then yeah, I can see that recovering. Let's look at the weekly. Wow. So back here in 21, we were 840. So we are going to have to obviously hold the 10. Okay, I'll watch it with you. Let me put that on the list. Oops. Brilliant. All right. Thanks a lot for sharing that. And yeah, let's keep in touch and with these stocks and see how we go. Right. Thanks very much and see you soon.